So on paper, the Realme Watch S Pro sounds like an absolute bargain. This smartwatch packs in premium tech like an OLED screen and a buttload of fitness tracking shenanigans, all packaged up in a sleek stainless steel frame. All for just 119 quid. So for the price of just one Apple Watch, you could buy 3 of these buggers and still have enough change left over for a cheeky doner and a 6-pack of special brew. Or a lockdown special, as I call it. But is it really as good as it sounds, or should you just spend all of that money on kebabs and silly strength booze instead? Well, I've had the Realme Watch S Pro strapped to my wrist for the last week or two, and here's my full in-depth review. And for more on the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first up, with its stainless steel finish, the Realme Watch S Pro looks very smart indeed. It's not too chunky for a modern smartwatch, and it is pretty durable too. You've got a glass bezel complete with minute markings, and so far that and the screen itself haven't picked up any nicks or scuffs at all. Although admittedly, I haven't exactly been scaling many mountain ranges. It's water resistant to 5 atmospheres, or around 50 meters basically, so it's fine to keep it strapped to your wrist when you're doing a bit of scuba diving or whatever. Again, I'm not really an outdoorsy kind of guy, but I did rock it in the bath and it didn't break, huzzah. And the Realme Watch S Pro does come with a silicone strap as standard, which is of course absolutely perfect for your bit of exercise, your everyday wear, and I didn't have any issues with, rashes or any weird skin stuff going on, thankfully. Although Realme does also offer an option of a vegan leather strap and also a stainless steel one as well if you want to rock it for a bit of night out on the town action. Now to actually get connected to the Realme Watch S Pro and unlock a lot of the features, you'll need to download the Realme Link app for your smartphone. Now this admittedly is fairly basic compared with some rivals, but it does all the stuff you'd expect it to, such as tracking all of your vital stats. But this does allow you to set up your watch exactly how you like. So for instance, you can dive into the notification section and see exactly which apps will give you a little buzz on your wrist. You can turn off annoying stuff like the water reminder. You can change how often the heart rate monitor will actually check your pulse. And in here, you also set your goals, and you can set up features like Find My Phone as well, which always comes in handy if you're constantly losing it down the back of the sofa. I found the setting up of the Realme Watch S Pro was super quick and simple. Only took a couple of minutes. You do have to register for a Realme account using your email or your telephone number. The only pain in the arse is that if you swap your smartphone at all, you then have to reset the watch itself as well in order to get connected to another phone. Obviously, you shouldn't really bother most people, but somebody who swaps their smartphone rather regularly, it was a bit annoying. Now that 1.39-inch AMOLED screen is definitely another high point. You've got a 454 by 454 pixel resolution, so images are supremely sharp, and you get reasonably punchy colors out of this thing. And as the UI is nice and poppy and bright, that's definitely a good thing. And speaking of bright as well, that display on its maximum brightness level, definitely the visibility was absolutely fine outside, even on a sunny day. I know it's quite rare in the UK, but it does happen. You can manually change the brightness quite quickly and easily just by diving into the main settings menu. Otherwise, the auto brightness I found was absolutely fine as well. The only issue I had was with the always on display, which I found the brightness was just a little bit too dim to clearly see outdoors. You'd end up switching the screen on anyway. And then I found after a few days that always on display just stopped working. It just could not be bothered anymore, no matter how much I toggled it on or off and piddled about in the settings. And then just magically this morning it started working again, just in time for the video, so hurrah for that. But yeah, for several days that raise to wake feature certainly got a lot of use. For the always on display, you can choose between a digital or an analog face, and as for the actual watch faces themselves as well, you've got a reasonable selection there too. Again, a choice between digital and analog. You've got a few stuffed here on the Realme Watch S Pro to begin with, and then you can also upload more via that Realme Link app. So here's the watch faces you can upload via the Realme Link app, and as you can see, again, lots of different styles to suit all tastes. Most of them nice, colourful, punchy efforts to make use of that gorgeous OLED screen. Some of them are suitably batshit, like a panda in the bath, why not? Otherwise, you've got more subdued, sort of smart and stylish efforts. And if none of that lot floats your boat, no worries, because you can actually create your own custom watch face as well using a photo that you've either downloaded or taken with your smartphone. So if you want to get a bit of geeky anime background shenanigans on the go, here's one that I made earlier with the Saga of Tanya the Evil. If you get that all synced up, only takes a few seconds, then there you go. This example is obviously not ideal because the text kind of blends into Tanya's head, but yeah. So let's try that one again and hopefully have a bit more success. There we go. That one looks better. So yeah, as far as those watch faces go, not as customizable and not as many on offer as the likes of Wear OS or Apple Watch, of course, obviously, but almost on par with the likes of the Huawei watches and certainly better selection than the Amazfits. And let's actually take a tour of the UI, which is fairly simple and straightforward, very easy to learn your way around. As you can see, if you swipe right from the main watch face, you've got access to your quick stats. Keep on swiping, you've got the likes of the weather, you can see how long you snoozed for last night, You've got your current heart rate, shows you your highs and your lows for the day. I'm not sure what I was doing when I hit 163, as I haven't been exercising today. And then swipe once more, you've got your music controls. Unfortunately, you can't store music locally on the watch for when you're pounding the pavement, leave your phone at home or whatever. So it is just controlling music that is streaming on your smartphone, but you can pause and play and you can skip tracks, and you can also mess around with the volume. And then swipe once more, you're into your settings where you can fast access the likes of the brightness level, the raise to wake feature, the do not disturb. All works exactly as expected. You've also got a torch feature on there in case you're trying to find your way to toilets in the dark or whatever. And this screen also helpfully shows you how much battery life you've got remaining and if you've got that Bluetooth connection. And then swipe once more, you're back to the main watch face, and you can swipe in either direction to scroll through all of these screens. As for your notifications, well, I showed you how to set those up in the actual Realme Link app. You can have notifications pop through for any apps that you require, be the messaging apps or, like Twitter, social media. You can also customize exactly how strong the haptics are as well, from weak to medium to strong, and on strong you'll certainly not miss any notifications that pop in. The notifications support is pretty basic here on the Realme Watch S Pro. You can tap on any of them as they pop in and get sort of an excerpt from the start of whatever the message may be. But as you can see, it cuts out pretty quickly. And there's no way of really responding to a message or a notification or anything like that. All you can do is either delete it off the watch or you can just go back. I did also notice a couple of times that the link between the smartphone and the smartwatch was severed as well, so I had to go back into the Realme Link app to re-establish that. And also some of my notifications, like for instance my Zoho Mail ones, just simply did not ever tick through, which was really annoying when my messenger ones, my text, all that kind of stuff came through fine. So certainly as far as the notification reliability is concerned, I would not rate the Realme Watch S Pro particularly highly. I'd stick to something like a Huawei watch or a Wear OS. And then last up, if you swipe up from that main watch face, you'll access your apps screen. And as you can see, it is a very streamlined list, but the basics are covered. You've got all your outdoor shenanigans like a compass, for instance. You've got your heart rate tracker, your SpO2 monitor, your music controls, you've got your fitness tracking, and you've also got the likes of a timer and a stopwatch as well if you need them. And yeah, you do have, of course, the Find My Phone feature, which plays a very jazzy tune. As for the fitness features, well, the Realme Watch S Pro rocks all the stuff that you would expect. You've got the likes of the 24-hour heart rate monitor, which seems to be sort of reasonably accurate. As you see, you can dive in and get a quick look at how your old ticker is performing, just like so. You've also got a steps tracker, all that usual shenanigans, which again seems to be sort of reasonably accurate for a smartwatch around this price. And at any point, if you want to actually track a specific exercise session, just tap this bottom button down here. That will take you straight into the exercise menu. Now you do only have 15 exercise options to choose from in here, which is a lot less than you get with a lot of rivals like some of your Amazfits and your Huawei's, although a lot of those do tend to sort of be duplicates of one another. Most of the main stuff is covered off here. You don't get the likes of skiing or snowboarding or anything like that, but you can just always go for a free workout. It's kind of your all bases covered option. And while you're actually working out, well, you get a nifty little 3-second countdown to get you all psyched up to begin with. Go! And then as you can see there, during your workout, you can see exactly how long you've been sweating your ass off for. You've got a calorie count. You can check how your heart rate is doing. You've got built-in GPS in the Realme Watch S Pro as well, so it can track your motions if you like. And then when you're done, you can just tap this and then either stop your workout or resume. So definitely nowhere near as complex as what you'll get with some dedicated fitness smartwatches from the likes of Garmin. And if you dive into the Realme Link app as well, as you can see, then you can sort of briefly check some of your stats out there to see, again, how many calories you burned, your average heart rate, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, again, fairly stripped down compared with what you'll get if you want dedicated fitness results. For someone who's a casual exerciser at best, like myself, I'd say this is absolutely fine. But yeah, if you want to do the proper number crunching and all that good stuff, you might want to look elsewhere. And the Realme Watch S Pro can also do that annoying thing where it occasionally gives you a little prod and tells you to get up off your arse, you lazy bastard, and actually move around the place. Though I found that occasionally it would do that to me, even if I'd been literally stood up for about an hour or so. So you better believe I deactivated the shit out of that particular gem. And yeah, there is a sleep tracking feature on this thing which can sort of give a vague estimate of how much light and deep sleep you've actually had. Although I did find that this tended to assume I'd gone to bed about an hour before I actually did, just when I was just sort of sat slumped on the sofa, not really doing very much. And while it throws plenty of sort of stats at you, this sleep tracking feature, it doesn't offer any advice on, how to get better sleep or things like that, which would actually probably be useful. So it's just kind of a nice to have if you're interested. As for your battery life, well, Realme reckons you will get 14 days of use from a single charge here on the Realme Watch S Pro, though that's if you use very few of the features and use it very sparingly indeed. I found that with my general everyday use. I got more like 7 to 8 days of use out of this bad boy. Probably would have been slightly less than that if the always on display hadn't buggered up. So still a very good result compared with some rivals like the Android Wear OS watches, the Apple Watch, which tend to have to be charged up every day or two. Although still not quite as good as the likes of the Huawei smartwatches, which tend to last a good week and a half to 2 weeks, even with the likes of the always on display enabled. And that right there, friends, is my full review on the Realme Watch S Pro. I really wanted to like it a lot. The design's really slick, the screen is absolutely stunning, and it's just got a nice simple pared down UI, which will suit more casual users, especially as the fitness features aren't quite as full on as some rivals from the likes of Garmin. However, the unreliability of that always on display and the notification support as well kind of put me off it, and it is a real shame because you can get the likes of the Huawei watches, the Watch GT2 and the GT2e for instance, for a similar sort of price point these days, and I've got to say I definitely prefer those. But here's hoping that these little quirks get worked out in the next sort of generation or two by Realme, and then they'll have some really strong budget smartwatch offerings to rival the likes of Huawei and Amazfits. So that's what I reckon anyway, but what do you lovely people think as well? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Check out my best smartwatches of 2021 guide, which should be going live hopefully just a few days at most after this review hits YouTube. And please do plug subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest greatest tech. Oh, and have yourselves a fan-bloody-tastic rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.